Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. Today is going to be a day of me just kind of doing some pampering things and all of that good stuff. So if you're looking at the obvious in the room, you see my hair. I've had my braids in for probably going on like a little over a month. My new growth is crazy. It's probably been maybe, yeah, a little over a month. And my new growth is crazy. So I'm not that girl that changes my hair every week. I'm not that girl that has to have a beauty shop appointment. Actually, I can't stand going to get my hair done. But I'm doing what I've been doing with this set of braids. And that is just to just kind of refresh my roots. And then just kind of go in with moisturizer and everything. So I'm going to walk you through everything that you're going to need to do this step. And so let's go ahead and talk about what you're gonna need. So the first thing that you're gonna need, and you can wash your braids if that's what you wanna do. I'm just showing how I'm doing it this time around, which helps me not have to touch them up as often. So with this, I'm probably touching them up maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks. So the first thing is you're gonna need a washcloth. And this is just a washcloth. And I hope the light is not gonna wash everything out, but you just need a washcloth. You're gonna need some of your favorite hairspray or moisturizer, and I'll show these in a close-up, but this is the African Moisture Miracle Coconut Milk and Honey, and it's a leave-in conditioner. You just shake it, just shake to mix, and you're good to go. You're also gonna need some Eco Style Gel. This is the green one. And it says max hold is 10 and it repairs condition. Your hair is itching anyway. And then you're gonna need one of these like edge brushes. You can get these at any beauty supply store. Babe got me this one, so I've been using this one for a long time now. And you're gonna need some oil sheen to kind of bring back some of the sheen into the braids. To kind of get to kind of wash our braids, I'm gonna be using, you can use like vinegar and water. I'm not gonna do all of that, and plus I don't have any vinegar anyway. But what I did do, because I like to use stuff that I have on hand first before I go out and buy other stuff. So I had some of these when I do my own hair, and this is by the brand Batiste, and this is their Instant Hair Refresh Shampooing. So it's a dry shampoo, and it's in their classic scent. And I got like 3 of the mini bottles when I ordered it off of Amazon, but it does come in a big bottle. And then for the edges, honey, we're gonna use some of this Balm Edge Control. And again, I will show these things up front. So that's the Balm Edge Control there. So you're gonna need some of that as well. Let me show you the Batiste. You're gonna need that as well. You should be able to see the oil sheen. But this is by the ISO brand, I believe is what it's called. So you're gonna need that. Let me show you the Via Natural. I should have did this at first, y'all. Sorry, I'm still trying to learn how to use this camera. And come on, baby, come on, zoom in. Are you gonna zoom in on this or no? There we go. And this is what the tea tree, and they have different types in this. But I like the tea tree oil, and I've used the castor oil one and the coconut. I've used them all, but this one helps with itching. You're also gonna need the Eco Style Gel. That's what that looks like. And then we're going to also use this, which is Any Day Now when it wants to focus. Come on, focus. There we go. And this is the Miracle. It is definitely gonna be time very, very soon if it's not time now, but I'm lazy on getting these braids redone. But let's just go ahead and do them. I hope that I'm as much focused as I can be. So the first thing I like to do, because my head usually is itching, is I'm gonna take this rat tail comb here, and all I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna come close up so you can see, I'm just scraping away, and you see how that buildup is like right on that braid, y'all. I'm just kind of scraping that away. See, and you might get a little flakes or whatever, but this helps because it's satisfying when I'm itching. Like if my braids are itching, this is so satisfying for me. So I'm just gonna show you guys. This feels so good. Like, look at this one. This has so much buildup. And I don't know if this light is even gonna do this justice, but I'm just kind of raking with the side of the comb and just kind of going through and just kind of helping with a little bit of this. Ugh, feels so good. And I just keep doing this throughout the hair, y'all. And I take the tip of the comb, I go through and I just kind of scratch wherever I'm itching. And I just kind of do this until I feel like, okay. Get my little nape. But yeah, I love protective styles because they just, I don't like doing my hair. I've never been a person to do my hair. I do it, I have done it, but I'm not like the person that's like, oh yeah, let me just go in here and do my hair. Whew. So this feels so good. And I find when you do this, when you get ready to add any product, because you know, kind of took it out some of that buildup, it just doesn't have as much buildup when you go do your hair again. Okay, so I do that until I feel like it's good enough for me. And I probably got all kind of stuff on my clothes. I do. Bear with me, y'all. Okay, so let's start with separating the top. So I'm just gonna take the top of my hair. Hopefully you guys can see. And I'm just twisting it. And you can use a hair tie if you need. Sometimes my bun falls, so I'm just gonna put the hair tie in. And I'm just gonna start with the back. And I'm just gonna take a little bit. Now the back, I really don't worry too much about, but I still go in and kind of clean it. Now this turns into an actual powder, as you can see there. And that's when the rag comes in, because I just take this rag and it's kind of damp, and I just go in and really just kind of like rub on my braids. And I focus, like I said, in the scalp area. So I know I look crazy, but I did spray the top of my hair, and this is like a powder. So what I like to do is I let it sit for a few minutes, and just like with your fingers or the rat tail comb, I just kind of start brushing it in, because typically you would spray this in your like hair if it wasn't like in a protective style, and then you would brush it out. That's what the directions state. So this is why you see me just kind of going in like you see me doing. And I just kind of brush it in and then just like rub my scalp like this. Oh, it feels so good. Now, same thing I did with the back, because I'm done with the back. I'm just going to take this wash rag and really go in and go through each section and get the rest of the residue out, and then I'll be back with you guys in a minute. Hey guys, I'm back. So now that I have washed through my braids, as you can see, no buildup. I mean, they're frizzy, of course, but there's like no buildup before you start adding any other product. So I definitely suggest a shampoo or a dry shampoo to kind of help with that process, just so you don't have to dip your braids unless you want to. Okay, so now I have a white towel here because I'm gonna dip my braids here shortly. But now let's get into laying these braids down. So after I used the dry towel also to go through and kind of dry, and then I wiped downwards like this with that same gray washcloth that you guys saw, just to wipe down the braids. So this is what we're looking like, and yes, my new growth is, honey, it's there. And no, she did not do this part straight, but that's neither here nor there. So anyway, let's go ahead and do the tea tree oil. I like this, or like peppermint oil, just something that's gonna help with itching. Tea tree is pretty popular for that. So you're just gonna go ahead and put some throughout your hair. And I like this because it has like a nozzle on the tip. See, it's perfect just to kind of get in the scalp and really moisturize your braids. You can also just rub it on your hands as well and massage it through your scalp. I like to do it this way first. As I stated, this really helps with itch. So just go in and massage it through. And really just work it in. Just take your time. Like I said, I do this. I don't have to do this when my braids are fresh, okay? When the braids are still fresh, I still do the oil, but I don't have to like go through my scalp and wipe them and clean them or anything like that. Clean my scalp because my scalp is pretty fresh. This is usually after a few weeks. This is when I have to start this process. So we're gonna do this side as well. And this feels good, and it's kind of relaxing too. Oh, this feels so good. I'm just gonna take a little bit on my hands as well. Focus on my nape in the back. Ooh. And then really rubbing that through. And I do it on the sides as well. And then whatever's left over, I just take it and rub it down the ends of the hair. And already, just from this alone, it's such a difference. Like I could tell in the screen. So hopefully you guys can tell. And I'm using natural light. I'm not using any artificial light because I wanted to show you guys, you know, how it looks in artificial light. Okay, so now that I have used the tea tree oil, and it says the tea tree oil promotes a healthy scalp and clean hair and helps control dryness with natural oils. And it's just good for itchy scalp, dry, nourishing a dry, itchy scalp. So that's why I like using it. Okay, so depending on how I'm gonna wear my hair, usually when I do this, I kind of take these front pieces here and put them in the back. That's pretty much how I do it because it's easy to tie down. So let's go ahead and lay this style down. Ooh. So I'm gonna take some, and I mean a light amount of this. This is the Eco Style olive oil. I'm gonna be using some of this. But let's go in and mix up our African Pride Moisture Miracle and lift and spray and really massage that in. And just really like massage. This smells good too. It smells like coconuts, because that's what it is, coconut milk. Oh, I swear to you, this feels so awesome. And you see, I'm just lifting the braids and going in and really giving myself that scalp treatment, because that's pretty much what it comes down to with braids, because The braid itself, like this part doesn't get old, but your scalp, you know, when your hair starts to grow out, you know, it starts to look not as fresh as it looked when you got them done. And I'm the queen of keeping my braids in for at least a few months. Okay. So I'm just massaging that in. Keep massaging. And then taking it down, the braid. Okay. Now that I have done that, I'm going to go ahead. And you notice I didn't use too much of this. Like, you don't want to go back in and just like pow on the products. You don't want to do that. You want to just kind of, you know, give it a nice nourishment. And I use this spray probably like every few days. And also this like every few days. So that's why I have to go in and kind of wipe. I like to go in and clean my scalp before I reapply, because I've already applied it a couple times. Now let's go ahead and take the Eco Style, and I'm just gonna I just take my hand and go in like this. And I don't know if you're gonna be able to see how much I have on my hand. Let's see. It's clear, so you're not gonna be able to see it. But anyway, I'm gonna take it, rub it in my hand, and I start right here, like I said, because this is where I'm gonna lay my braids down. And I really just like focus that to lay. Now, you're gonna see a little bit of residue, and that's okay. It's okay. We have oil, we have conditioner, so it's gonna be a little bit of residue, but it shouldn't be too much. This is just so we can kind of lay down some of the frizz that has developed. You can use mousse for this. I have mousse in there. I just don't want to use it because I like this better, if I'm being honest. And I just kind of take it in and massage it through. Now, I have thicker, coarser hair, as you can tell, so my hair does not lay down as easy as someone who may have finer hair. So, you know, that's something to consider too. I'm gonna take a little bit more, just a little bit, and do all of this. This feels so good. Okay, so I can't really, I'm looking in the screen here on the camera, so I can't really, it's different when I'm doing it in the bathroom, but this looks pretty good to me. So let's move on. And I'm gonna add a little bit of oil sheen, very lightly. Then I'm gonna take the oil sheen, kind of go down the shaft of the braids. Ouch, almost yanked my earring out, y'all. So this is what we're looking like right now. I'm taking some oil sheen and just really focus on. So this is what the scalp's looking like. I mean, it's frizzy, but it's much cleaner than what it was looking like at first. Okay? So then what I do is, before I set the hair, I'm going to take this top part. I'm going to do what I did earlier. Wrap her around. And I know I'm looking in the viewfinder, y'all. That's so I can see. But I need to do this little, all this. She's looking a mess. So I'm gonna take my mama's flat iron. My mama used to curl her whole hair, her whole head of hair with this. And so when she passed, I keep a lot of stuff that I just remember her having and using a lot. Like I still have her blow dryer. I had her flat iron that matched her blow dryer, but it stopped working or whatever. So, but anything that she used a lot, like every time I touch it, I just feel like, oh, like I just remember. It's just nostalgic to me. I can talk, guys, but I just get nervous. But it's nostalgic to me, and yeah. So this is the tiniest flat iron I have, and I pretty much just kind of press these edges out just a little bit, because again, I have kinky hair, y'all, and so my edges, is even with the edge control, is not gonna lay down the way I like. So I'll be right back, because I need to focus while I'm doing this. I don't want to burn myself, and then I'll be right back with you guys, okay? So let me go ahead and lay down these edges, because I do need to run to the store real quick to finish the rest of the day. So again, we're gonna just go ahead and use the Balm edge control that I showed you guys, and it's thick like this. You should be able to see that. And I want to try a different one, but I need one that's for thick hair. So if you got some suggestions, honey, I will take it. And I do not let them braid my edges anymore, because so I'm gonna just start by brushing and just doing like a little whip. That's pretty much all I do. I don't know how to do baby hairs. I'm not a hairdresser, but that's kind of how I do mine. So I'm gonna go and do these in a mirror where I can actually see, and then I'll come back and show you guys. But it's pretty much just edge control and a whip until I get it to look the way I want it. Okay guys, so I'm back. I kind of laid my baby hairs, so this is what we looking like. Just a little something. Again, I'm not the best when it comes to that. So the next thing I like to do is I'm going to dip my braids, okay? So I like to bring them forward to make sure I have them all in the front like that. I have some very hot water, and that's how they do them at the braid shop. So please be careful. That's why I have the towel. Take the towel, wrap it around me like so. And I bring more towel to the side that I'm gonna be dipping first. Okay. Then I'm gonna stand up, guys, so you guys can see this part. But this is what they look like. And yeah, I got a jewel hanging, but I'm not gonna remove that right now, because I'm gonna change them out. And you just take your braids, very gently dump them in the water for a few minutes, and I go up just a little bit, okay? A few minutes, remove them, take your towel and gently pat them dry. So you guys should have been able to see that and see how they're looking. We're gonna do it one more time, one more dip. I do about 2 dips per side. This is the roots. These are the edges. And then I'm good for another couple days, and then for a week. And then this water is completely dirty, just because, you know, it's product and stuff, you know. So just the FYI there. But that's how I refresh my braids. Now all I'm gonna go ahead and do now is I'm gonna go back in one more time with a little bit of this coconut spray. And oil sheen. And a little tiny bit more of this Eco. Then I'm gonna take these pieces here. Let me get back in frame. Take these pieces here. I'm so weird how I do these pieces. But it's something like this. Take me a ponytail holder. I always have a ponytail holder on my hand. A lot of times. And then that is it. I'm gonna go ahead and take my scarf to tie my edges down and just to kind of lay everything that I've done. So just something silky. You don't have to be perfect. Okay. I'll just kind of go through and make sure all my braids are like all right. Then I'm gonna take my mom's scarf. She gave me this a long time ago. Again, still have it. And this is pretty much what we're looking like. And this is how I will keep my hair and keep it tied down for a little bit, just so everything can kind of lay and kind of mesh and all that good stuff. And so that is how I do my braids, guys. I hope that was kind of easy to follow. I do this at least once a week. And like massage my head, and just so that way I can keep my braids in a little bit longer. And that's pretty much all that I do. So I'm getting ready to head out real quick. I will talk to you guys later. I hope that you found this helpful if you are into protective styles and if you like braids, because you will see them quite a bit on me, because it's like one of my favorite hairstyles down. It's just like my favorite, just hands down. What was I saying? Hands down, this is my favorite. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.